Well, good evening, Michelle. Good evening, listeners. You guys have already seen the title, so you know it's another Flippin' Michelle Liggitt. I bet you guys have never even seen that name before. Two G's, two T's. She's trying too hard. She's trying to impress us. But yeah, Michelle, thanks for joining us. How's your day been so far?
Pretty good. Low key, not much going on. Working, but
Yeah.
not much.
And for the listeners, we're up late recording this, and after a long day, she's still gonna give us some time, so we're gonna jump right into it. So, Michelle, just a little bit about you, just for the listeners. Um, Warwick, Rhode Island, second largest city in Rhode Island. You got beaches, a lot of colonial history. Um, Founded in 1642.
You know more than I do.
So I got to start with this because I don't run into, and I used to live in the Northeast, but you don't run into a lot of people. Why would I go to Warwick, Rhode Island?
The mall. I really don't know. Just passing through because 95 goes right through it. So
Yeah, yeah, I
the beaches
understand.
aren't top notch. I mean, if you want a good beach, you go over to Newport, Middletown, that area.
Ah,
Mm.
huh. I'm a little curious here. Um, when you tell people that you're from Warwick, do they ever ask you questions? What are some of the first questions that people ask you when you say, "Yeah, I'm from Rhode Island"? I know there's like some stereotypes, but I'm just kind of a little curious on what people ask you.
So the first one is usually, so if they're not from like New England, you
Yeah,
get the, oh, is that part of New York? And you're like, no, that's Long Island.
yeah,
Then it's well, what is there to do in Rhode Island? And you're, well, I mean, you live your life like just where you would anywhere else. It's no, for me,
yeah,
it's no different. There's beaches, there's stuff to do like that, but I mean, you've got one little snow hill for winter sports. Other than that, it's a good transition state, I guess. So if you
yeah,
want to go like up to Massachusetts, it's right there. If you want to go to Connecticut, it's right there. If you want to go to New Jersey, it's right there.
yeah.
Everything's just right there. Dunkin' Donuts. There's a Dunkin' Donuts on almost every block. So if you want a Dunkin' Donuts, go to Rhode Island.
Warwick runs on Duncan. They
Yes.
never know. They could become a sponsor of the podcast one day. I'll let them know that that was easy for me to do. Okay, so are you good at any winter sports? You're a skier, snowboarder, just a tuber?
So I'm not great, but I used to snowboard. I snowboarded years ago before babies. Actually, back in like high school, I did a lot of snowboarding, high school and college.
Switchfoot?
I
Regular?
no, I was more like goofy foot.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's not how I skated or snowboard. But we tolerate you backwards people. Now, I'm a little curious here then. Um, I know that you have a gymnastics background, and we're going to get to that. But could you bring that to snowboarding? Did you have any tricks that?
Oh no, no.
Okay.
Yeah, the one trick I had was whenever I fell down, it was easy to get up because I could figure out a way to flip my body to get it up without popping out of the snowboard.
It counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Man, but I'm wondering if you missed your calling. I could just
I
see you on a
know
half pipe.
that would be pretty neat if I could, but like I said, I was not anywhere near professional snowboarding. My friends would all be like down the mountain. They're like, Michelle will catch up.
Yeah. You didn't catch up.
No, I rolled. I'd get there.
Yeah, eventually.
That's why it never, like, it was a recreational thing. It was something I did on the side. Nothing I did like I didn't make it a purpose every winter or whenever snow season started. I'm gonna be there. It was
Yeah.
my friends are going. I'll go.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to some things. I'm not going directly to the gymnastics. Wait a minute. So you were a 4-year high school track athlete?
Oh, well, I was on the track team.
Oh,
Again,
it counts. It counts.
you're hitting on the things that I was like almost good at, but not really good at.
You kept coming back. Those of us who are normal people, man, we ain't trying to even do that. Okay, maybe we mistakenly got there freshman year because we were looking to be a part of something. We ain't coming back sophomore year. You done made some friends freshman, but you did it time after time. What were the events? I gotta know this.
So I was hurdle and relay.
Wait a minute. Aren't you like 5 foot nothing?
Right, but because of the gymnastics and cheerleading background, they liked how I launched over.
So you had great technique. So did you jump up and over, or you skimmed it pretty well? You were flexible. You
I
had
was
good
on the
technique.
track team. I was on.
I can't. Yeah, I'm trying to get it out of her, but no. Wow, you're such a humble person. There's no. Wait, is there digital footage?
No, you know what? I haven't seen any, but I'm sure my dad has one of me running straight into it. So
You're
yeah.
saved here. Spoiler alert, we're going to ask Michelle to come back after this podcast. So on another episode, maybe I can get some footage. And when we do that YouTube upload, I got to splice that one in. Like that would be just amazing. All right. So that just astounded me. So talk to me about this gymnastics thing. So you were a late bloomer. You didn't start until middle school?
No, I started before middle school. I started when I
Okay.
was 6 or 7.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was younger, but I started club gymnastics first. So like kind of on the outside, parents had to pay for it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just the basics, like a TOTS class, basics gymnastics. And then it was all because I wanted to be a professional cheerleader. And somebody told me if I wanted to be a professional cheerleader, I needed to know how to do backflips. So I got into gymnastics, fell in love with gymnastics, actually loved it more than cheerleading.
Oh,
So yeah, so it kind of like turned the tables on me a bit. But
yeah.
yeah, so I did club until middle school. Then I did club through the entire 12 years that I did gymnastics. But then on top of that, I did middle school and then high school.
I already have the title of the next episode. Episode 25. Michelle Liggitt, bring it on.
I will say I loved all those movies.
Okay then. All right. Yeah. So okay. When you did cheer, were you the gal? Because it sounded like since you were such a gymnast, like were you the person that they wanted to go from the 20-yard line down to the end zone all back handsprings?
Oh, we used to line up and do those. Yeah. So I was one of the ones where they'd line us up and I think the max I've done might have been in the 30 range of doing backhand row.
30? Oh, sorry. You said 30?
Yeah, somewhere around there. It was, years ago, but don't ask me to do it now.
Okay. You beat me to that one. Because I have the audacity. Okay. At some point, I've never done that many. My max might have been 3. I did kung fu. I know you're not impressed. The most difficult thing I did was the no hand cartwheel, the aerial.
Mm-hmm.
We also have a hurricane kick. Yeah, that's the best I got. But I do like 3. So 30 at about 10 to 15, you gotta be feeling it, right?
Oh, you lose sense of balance. You're completely dizzy when you're doing them. So
yeah. So it's just the momentum carrying you.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you stop, you're probably not gonna be able to walk. So you just keep going backwards.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I mean, I'm dizzy. I just keep going. That was freshman year, sophomore year of college, drinking. Sorry, no, enough about me. We'll talk about all right. So here's where we got to know. 5 foot nothing, gymnast background, cheerleading. Were you what they call a flyer?
100%. Yes. Yep. So
What is that
if
like?
I wasn't a tumbler, because
Yeah.
they have tumblers who would strictly tumble,
Uh-huh.
I would be a flyer.
Now, for those who don't know, who don't speak the lingo, who didn't watch Bring It On, never dated a cheerleader. So that's the person. Generally, it's the smaller person, smallest, but that's the person that is thrown, that is hoisted. Is that a pretty
Launch,
good definition? Launched.
launch.
Hey, let's go. Hey, launch her Liggitt. Man, maybe that's it. We launch with Liggitt. Okay, I'll work on that. We'll workshop some of these. So, is that something that, looking back on, you are happy, or are you like voluntold to do it because unfortunately you're the smallest, you weigh the least amount? Like, is that something a lot of people shoot for?
It's definitely what I wanted to do.
Oh,
Uh, when I thought about cheerleading, like I was like, I want to be a flyer. I want to be the one doing the cool flips and kicks
yeah.
and doing all that cool stuff up in the air. Um, but when you're actually doing it, I guess it didn't click that you're in the air and it's kind of high up there. So my fear of heights really kicked in.
Oh.
Yeah. So that being a flyer and being afraid of heights is a very conflicting emotion. It's like I want to do the big tuck and flip over, but I'm also scared to do it. So,
These gentlemen that are hoisting you back in high school, like college, I get it. Some of them are there on, maybe some of them, maybe the biggest schools, they're there on scholarship. They devote more time. But a high school dude that I don't even want bagging my groceries, how brave are you to have them holding you up? Like,
so
that's the scary part.
in high school, we only had one male.
What?
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
they're all they're all girls with us. Yeah,
Well, only one.
yeah, only one in our high school.
It's gotta be a pick. Wait, how big was this graduating class?
My graduating high school class was, I think, 200.
That's not bad. I think
Yeah.
mine was like 230. So I'm gonna give you it's a decent sized school.
No, it just wasn't popular. It wasn't like a big thing. And in middle school, I think he was the same one we had in middle school too. We only had one guy that followed us through, and
In this, yeah,
I
this guy
know
had history.
now it's
How
gotten a
did
lot
he turn
better.
out?
Hmm?
How did he turn out?
Pretty good.
What did he make it to college level doing it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't. We
Uh,
ended up losing contact.
yeah. It just seems like you guys, if someone was hoisting me, I'd buy him lunch every day at school, wash his car. Like, I just feel like I owe you so much. Just practice, bro. Like, what can I do to make your life better so you have more time to practice? And did he lift a lot of weights? You always wonder about that too.
I mean, he was strong. He
Yeah.
was strong, yeah. But
So he
I mean,
focused.
I think it was the same workout we did. It
uh,
we definitely were not. We were not bringing it on level. Okay,
okay. Okay. All right.
definitely at the basics of high school cheer. Our all-star team was a little bit more built up,
Yeah.
and after I left, I know, like after I graduated, I know they got a lot stronger males on the team.
Oh,
They started incorporating more lifting into their workouts, where when I was there, lifting wasn't really a priority. I mean, it wasn't really a priority for me. I wasn't lifting anybody. I was just kind of holsting myself up.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Did it ever get serious to bring it on level? As a cheerleader with the rival high school, like, were there any moments where, I mean, you knew for a fact they're gonna do their thing and we have to nail ours? I'm just kind of curious. What school? Who's the rival? You
Oh,
just
our
had to
rival,
do it.
it was Coventry. We had Coventry was our rival.
Yeah.
They were really good, and it was conflicting for me because the Coventry cheer coach was also my all-star coach. So
Oh my God.
yeah, so I mean, it was a fun competitive kind of thing. We weren't Our high schools weren't like bring it on neck and neck level.
Right.
Uh, my all-star team, we were more of a we were definitely more competitive there. Because that's what you do. You compete on the all-star team. You go to different cheer competitions, and that was your main goal, was to basically be the best in the state.
Favorite song that you can remember in high school to bring it on to? Like when that came on, girls, yo, we got to do this. Like that's the one. What was the one? Did anything come to your mind?
That's tough.
Yeah,
I
that's what we do here, Michelle. We want your head sizzling.
I want to say, I think almost every cheer song we had something with either like Britney in it.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, Britney Spears was a big one.
I got
That
it.
one would get you going.
Well, what were this is where I lose her. What were your high school years?
Oh gosh, come on.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I'm just trying to figure out which version of Britney. Like, where was she during? You know, they're just kind of curious.
I graduated in 09.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the one I'm thinking about. But okay, we'll deal with it. You guys, maybe you guys were doing It was a throwback. You guys were going with some 2000s Britney.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's cool. You know, 09 is not bad. Like you ain't even had your 20th year reunion yet, so.
No, not yet.
Yeah, you're good. No, you're good. I think that's when everyone looks back and you start to realize, oh, I don't fit into this anymore. Man, this person's not gonna look the same when we get to that reunion. Like, yeah, you're okay.
Wait, at 20 years you figure that
out?
out?
Oh yeah. 2 decades.
I figured that out like 5 years after I graduated. Come on, call it.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. If you're in touch, you're right. You could see him. All right. So this is something I always got to ask everybody. What are you bumping right now? Okay. It sounds like you might have been out and about. What was on the radio? What are you feeling right now?
Like right now, like today.
Yes.
Oh, we're nonstop listening to Little Mermaid in this house. So,
okay. All right.
Come on.
Not exactly something you can do 30 back handsprings to, but
No. I've got 2 toddlers at home. I have no control of the radio. If I do get to listen to some radio, I don't know. I'm more of the old school, like back into like 2000s, because the stuff that's out now, just I can't get into. One, because I have kids and some of the lyrics.
Yes.
Although I do have my daughter singing Eminem, so.
Well, that's where I lost all the listeners. They're now judging you for that mom. Did you know that Eminem has his own spaghetti sauce and restaurant? And it's called Mom's Spaghetti.
Yes, there's a drive-through one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I have gone to Detroit. Shout out D-Town, stand up. I've spent a lot of time there, but I'm gonna get this spaghetti. So I may not make it to the restaurant, but I'm gonna get the spaghetti sauce. I gotta support him.
Let me know.
So it looks like you are doing a lot of Little Mermaid. Maybe that gets you hype and you go swimming. I don't know where that one is on the radar of excitement. So then give me this one then. If there was one person that you could spend some time with, nothing inappropriate. Don't worry. This isn't that type. I'm not trying to Howard Stern it. But if there's one person that you could hang out with and have dinner with, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh gosh. So I mean, it depends on the aspect of my life. My life has so many different layers to it. If we're talking like gymnastics aspect, Simone Biles. Like,
really?
I love Simone. I think she's amazing. Carly Patterson was my favorite gymnast growing up. And she's amazing. But Simone is very, like, the fact that she's coming back now,
I know,
out of retirement, I couldn't imagine going back to gymnastics right now. Like, I try to do the stretches and everything that we used to do, and yeah, no, there's no coming back.
Wait a minute. You ain't got no splits?
Oh,
you still got one?
give me like a week or so of like constant stretching. I'll be able to. But
I got one from Kung Fu still. I got that left leg split, so to the left. I got
oh,
that one. I pull that out when I'm dancing too. There's footage. There's digital
we'll
footage of
see.
that.
You dance and you have that upkeep with it, so you're constantly doing something. I mean, I was in the army and that was kind of cool. But you don't do stretches like you do in gymnastics.
Wait a minute. I thought you said you got toddlers running around. Like you don't put a foot to keep a door open and then reach over to close a cabinet and then take an arm and pull something out of the fridge. That sounds really flexible to me. Like that's what I
So,
think.
so I don't know. We might lose some listeners here too, because if you're gonna open the door, let's see what happens. Because I can't get there, so
No,
if it falls out, that's on you.
that's okay. The first kid is the most dropped kid. There's stats to prove that. So don't worry. You don't have to admit anything. Don't admit anything. So that one's been down a couple times, and the kid that comes after that, at that time you done been there, done that. So that one's got to bounce a couple times too, because you're like, yeah, whatever, it'll be okay. So don't worry about it. You don't seem to be broken up. Those who are just listening, they don't. They're gonna know. They're gonna go. Let's see, where are we at? 21 minutes in. They're going to YouTube to see your face, see if you got to tell. All right. So, mother, and I'm just kind of curious. You said you're in the Army. Thank you for your service. Wow, I love this country. I've been in other countries, conscript countries, and they always ask, why do Americans serve when they don't have to, when they get the choice? So, Michelle, why the heck did you serve? You had some choices. There had to have been, if you weren't the best, maybe there's a D3 school or something that might have taken you, and you could have tried. I don't know if there's even a minor league of gymnastics or cheerleading, but you get what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
what
the
did you
circus.
serve? I'm so curious.
So, yeah, no, I knew young that I wasn't going to be an Olympian and gymnastics wasn't going to get me through life.
Yeah.
My dad was in the military for years. He got his retirement through the military.
Cool.
And he went to West Point one time and came back with all the swag, because when you go to West Point, you get swag.
Yeah.
Basketballs, baseballs, footballs, bags,
Yeah.
cups.
Yeah.
And I asked him what it was, and he told me it was a college for soldiers. And I said I wanted to be a soldier, and that was my goal. From a young age, I just decided I wanted to go to West Point. No, I did not go to West Point.
I need a time machine. Because if I could have met your dad and sent him to clown college, something tells me if he came back with all that swag,
I would go to the clown college.
I will do evil things with a time machine.
No, so I mean, when it came down to it and we were looking at colleges and stuff, I decided I wanted to enlist.
Oh.
And my dad was enlisted first, and then he went warrant officer. So he made the very wise decision to tell me I wasn't going to enlist. I was going to go ROTC and have the Army pay for college. So I ended up applying for the scholarship while I was in high school and got accepted to the 4-year scholarship with ROTC.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
That's for those who don't know, that's one of the hardest things. There's 10,000 every year that will sign up for that. Only about 2,500 will get scholarships, and about 1,000 of those will get an opportunity for a 4-year. So kudos to you, Michelle. That is, this is why we got her, people. This is the cream of the crop of America. America's best. Y'all wanted to know? That's why we got Michelle here. All right, so Michelle, we're going to come back to this, but I ask everyone a bunch of questions on the way out. One of the ones is, I need to know who is the most interesting person that you know, and what will you do to help me get them on the podcast? So I first want to know who that person is.
Oh, goodness. All right. The most interesting person that I know. So I'm going to twist this on you.
Oh,
It's probably your wife.
no.
Yeah,
Let me,
100%. Your wife has such an interesting background.
yeah.
She's just incredible.
You think you can help me get her on the podcast?
Oh, I'll do what I can.
Oh, yeah. You didn't sound too confident.
Hey, wait. I helped get her a couple places.
Uh-huh.
So I think I get her on the podcast.
Okay.
I think
That's what we're looking for. That's the quality stuff there. Let's do it. I got a couple angles. I know I can work with her. I can work with that. All right. So I don't have much longer with you. Did I hear that you lived in Senegal?
yes.
Wait. That's outside of Cleveland, right?
Yeah,
Senegal?
so yeah, like right there.
Oh,
Stone's throw.
yeah, that's why. I mean, I've been to Cleveland a couple times. I don't really know. Yeah. Okay. I got so many questions. Do they drive on the same side of the street as us?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever see any tigers or lions? I know tigers are like Asia.
Yeah, we pet lions.
Dude, look, you're not, man. I'm like throwing ignorant stereotypes out there, and you're just like still satisfying it. All right. Did you ever see any monkeys?
Oh yes.
Oh my God, this is so cool.
We have fed monkeys. We have
You
the
fed
monkeys.
them?
Yes, they're just everywhere. Yeah.
But they aren't you worried that like they'll take your cell phone or like?
Yeah, so there's this one place, Bondier Reserve.
Uh-huh.
It's like a safari place that's in Senegal. Um, and they have where you can drive through on it's a caged kind of like Jeep vehicle.
Yeah.
You drive through the lion sanctuary where they have lions and they just jump up on top of you. And the little tour guide is feeding them raw meat and they're bringing it up on top and you're looking at it, you got like raw meat dropping on you and they're
Oh
just sitting there eating, just chilling. And then when you're done, you can shoot over across the street to the restaurant
uh-huh.
that they have there and you enjoy this amazing Senegalese food. I think we ate antelope there. My
Ooh.
daughter, she was a year and a half, maybe less, and she was eating antelope burgers. Delicious, but
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I was gonna get there. So thank you.
yes. So then they have crocodiles. So there were crocodiles out on the bank, and we went to go
Christ.
look at the crocodiles. And a woman that was with us left. She got a pizza box
Uh-huh.
for her to go stuff, and she closed it up and left it on the table. Oh, you know those monkeys. Those monkeys came right in, took the whole box, and like ripped it apart, ate all the food. It was gone.
That's
Your drink on the
that's
table, it's gone.
like when you said monkeys, like that's what I'm thinking. Like, they're like a gang from Warwick or something, you know how the Warwick people are. Like you just gotta keep your eye on them the whole time. Side eye them, just keep the eye on them. It's Warwick. I bet they throw up. They put those fingers together. Did y'all do that? Y'all throw up I got the two fingers, middle fingers together. Yeah. Okay. See, she did
Yep.
it. For those who are not, she did it. Now I'm scared.
Yep.
You are clearly still up in that peninsula we call the northeast of the United States. Because I'm in Austin. You're nowhere near me right now, right?
No, I'm up in cold northern New York. We just got snow on Wednesday, so
Oh my gosh, it's only like early November.
November 1st, we had 3 inches.
That happened to me when I moved to Connecticut. I want to say it was either Halloween or it was like November 1st. And which is another reason why I knew I had to get you on this podcast. Because when you said that, I want to see now. I got to go find a farmer's almanac. I may have a Facebook post too. I knew that was when I was in the Northeast, my first time living up there, because we got snow like Halloween or November 1st, but it was like to the day that you got it.
That's pretty common to have. Like
Oh,
Halloween's usually pretty cold. I remember growing up, you can get a costume, but you better get it 3 sizes bigger because you're wearing a winter jacket under it. It's just
Oh, okay. So we're coming back to Senegal. We're gonna have you back. I got more stereotypes, and I'm running out of time here. All right, you being from Rhode Island, where's the accent at, girl? Like, ain't there supposed to be some pock in the cars and have it yard kind of? Where's it at?
Oh, I had to ditch it because I was getting made fun of when I was at my first duty station. So when we were moving buildings and I was like, "Oh yeah, everything's good, but the water bubble is not working." They're like, "What?"
Yeah.
The
What did you say?
like the water bubbler. They're like, ma'am, we don't get that." And I'm like, "The thing you drink out of, like the thing that's attached to the wall." They're like, "The water fountain?" I was like, "No, that's what's outside, like that shoots water out that and parks. No."
Hmm. Okay. I didn't want to do this. I used to work in Boston. I lived in
Mm.
Bedford, but I had a lot of good friends in Southie. Give me a best Boston accent. Just give me something here. Let me
Oh
see.
God. I'm gonna need something. Let me go wake my mom's here visiting. I can wake her up. She's got the crazy accent.
Oh, really? She's got that, huh? That's
Oh
cool.
yeah, you hear her talk. She's like, it's strong. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like the bar.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, don't ask for any water at the bar because they're not gonna give you. They're gonna kick you out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the classic stuff there.
Mm.
Okay. All right. I don't I don't have much longer. Um, if there's going to be something that you could leave those toddlers of yours, just one sentence of advice, what would it be?
Don't let anyone change you.
Oh,
Be who you want to be, and don't let anyone change
you had that ready.
you.
What's happened? Did the monkeys get to you in Senegal?
Oh yeah,
They
they
cornered you and made you spike your hair. It's looking kind of short. Did they take some length off? Like I thought it was down.
they
I
just
thought you looked like the mermaid last
no.
I saw you. Michelle, this was great. Um, we're at our time limit. You're coming back, right? Can I go
Sounds
ahead? There's no middleman. You don't have an agent. Like I could corner you and get a hard commitment now, right?
sure.
Yeah.
Well, I might have to talk to my agent.
Oh no,
Just
she does
against
have
the race,
people.
though.
Oh, it's always so hard when they got people. It's
No,
not.
you're good. You're
It's
good.
not someone from Warwick though, right? Because I'm kind.
No,
I'm
she's
kind of
only
tough.
3 years old.
Oh, hey, I'm not opposed to pushing down a 3-year-old. It's getting
Oh, I
away.
don't know. She's gonna be catching up soon.
Oh, she's one of them tough ones.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right, okay. Wait a minute. I can just pull out some candy and distract, like throw it into a corner. All right. Does that
No.
work?
So I wish. I
No.
wish we went trick or treating, and this kid isn't like about. We went trick or treating. I'm like, what piece of candy do you want out of your bag? She goes, "Can I have a popsicle?" And now our popsicles are like just frozen fruit.
Right. Oh, that's a good. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, they're just pureed fruit, and I'm like, "You want pureed fruit over a chocolate bar? Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
sounds good."
That
So
means you're
yeah,
doing it right.
you throw fruit at her, a strawberry will get her. An apple, ooh, an apple will really distract her.
You're doing it right. I mean, if your kids can ditch candy, that's good. Oh, um, when you come back, would you be able to sing the Warwick High School fight song?
No, because I
You
don't
don't
even
know it?
know.
What?
We
It's like,
so we I don't know. So we didn't have like that high school pride that you see. Like for us, it was on
uh-huh.
TV. Like
Oh,
you see all that cool high school pride. And then when my parents moved down to Texas, I see the high school pride there. And I'm like, we did
yes.
not have that. We did not grow up like that. It was kind of like, I don't know what our fight song is.
The
I
Friday
think
Night Lights is real down
our
here.
alma mater didn't play until we graduated. Like that's the first time I heard that.
You're like,
We,
what song is it? What they playing?
oh, like, what is this normal?
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Hey, this was good. We are going to have you back. Michelle, thank you for your time. And for the listeners, you were great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for listening. Like, subscribe. We're going to be on all the major platforms. And for those who had the chance to see us on YouTube, let me know how my hair turned out. All right. Thanks a lot, everyone.